sent a cryptic blessing. Very well, sir. The succubus will arrive at your home on schedule. We wish you a happy life together. A few days later, a succubus with broad shoulders, a narrow waist, and an icy expression knocked on my door. The first time I saw her, I was stunned. It was common knowledge that the succubus race was exceptionally attractive, with gorgeous features, but this was on another level. You'd think some goddess had a bad day and decided to slum it among mortals. Master. The succubus addressed me proactively, her voice soft and faint, yet it felt like a fluffy little brush, tickling the inside of my ear. I rubbed the back of my neck sheepishly. You don't have to call me master. Just call me Caleb. By the way, do you have a name? My name is Seline. As she spoke, Seline offered her tail to me. It was a beautiful tail, tipped with a small heart shape. As per protocol, you need to hold my tail to finalize the delivery. Oh, okay. I quickly took her tail in my hand. It was smooth and soft, with a nice feel to it, like some kind of toy. I couldn't resist giving it a little squeeze. And then, Seline let out a soft moan. Thinking I had squeezed too hard and hurt her, I quickly let go and apologized. I'm sorry, did I hurt you? Seline stared at me, her long eyelashes fluttering, a strange sound rumbling deep in her throat. A soft purr. No, I just wasn't ready. Oh, good, good. Assuming her purring was due to nervousness, I quickly tried to comfort her. Hey, don't be nervous. We've got a lot of physical work to do, so why don't you rest for a bit first? If you want to, we can start now. Right now? I hesitated for a moment. I guess that works. Alright. The purring in Celine's throat grew a little more distinct. I reached out, took her arm, and said gently, why are you still so tense? It's okay, you'll get used to it once we get started. Come with me. Her eyelashes trembled as she obediently followed me to the kitchen. Then, her expression froze. In the kitchen? Yeah, the kitchen. What's wrong? Do you prefer to start in the bedroom? I asked considerately. Her breathing was ragged and hot. The kitchen is fine. I nodded and turned around. Then, under her burning gaze, I placed a brand new cleaning cloth in her hand. I said gently, alright, Seline. Today, I'll have to trouble you, my capable succubus, to help me with some chores. You know how to wash dishes, right? Wash dishes? Seline looked at the cloth in her hand, her beautiful face a canvas of confusion, shock, and utter bewilderment. Yeah, if you don't know how, you can mop the floor, sweep, do the laundry, or any other housework. Just figure it out. She asked in disbelief. Wait, you bought me just to do housework? I chuckled foolishly. Yeah, what else? In the next moment, the strange purring in the beautiful succubus's throat abruptly stopped. That's right, I bought Seline to do my chores. I got this brilliant idea from overhearing a coworker. He had also bought a female succubus online. He was always bragging in the break room about how diligent and obedient his succubus was, always cooking, washing clothes, and doing all sorts of chores for him. He said he was happy as hell every night he went home. While other colleagues snickered knowingly, a man whose only lifelong friend has been his right hand, caught a keyword. Help with chores. My eyes lit up. As a wage slave, I was so busy with work every day that I had no time to clean my apartment. The place had turned into a total pigsty. It was a huge headache for me. So, having a succubus who could do chores for me was an incredible deal. That's why I ordered Seline, the most capable one. She had to be diligent. Glancing at the graceful figure washing dishes in the kitchen with a cold expression, I comfortably went off to bed. For the next week, Seline buried herself in my housework. She was a bit clumsy at first, but she got the hang of it in a couple of days. Very smart. When I woke up, she would have already made my bed. When I washed my face, she would hand me a towel. When I came home from work, a sumptuous dinner would be ready. There was even a bed warming service before I went to sleep at night. I sank into the sheets she'd warmed with her body heat and a faint, intoxicating scent. A satisfied sigh escaped my lips, my very soul seeming to melt. Good, very good. She was worth every penny, being the most expensive succubus. So valuable, so practical. The only thing that puzzled me was that Seline was always purring. That soft, rumbling sound from her delicate throat. At first, I thought it was because she was new and felt a little scared or nervous. But a month passed, and she was still purring. Every night, she'd lie on the floor by my bed, not speaking, not playing by herself, just staring at me with those big, hopeful eyes, without even blinking. Her beautiful tail swept lightly across the floor, like a little kitten begging to be petted. She looked so mournful and wronged. I worriedly touched Celine's forehead. It was burning up. Could this succubus be seriously ill? I quickly patted my bed. Seline, don't sleep on the floor tonight. Sleep next to me. I can sleep on the bed. Seline was taken aback. My heart ached for her as I took her hand. You always could have. From now on, you'll sleep next to me. Given permission, Seline brought her blanket and lay down beside me. A stunning, aloof succubus was nestled against my pink pillow. The laws of gravity seemed to have no effect on her. Her features remained flawlessly delicate. The sight was simply breathtaking. It made a bachelor like me feel a little parched. But she was still purring, and her body temperature was terrifyingly high. Seline, you get some good rest tonight. You don't have to wake up early to make me breakfast tomorrow. But you'll be hungry. I'll just buy a breakfast burrito on my way out. A guy like me doesn't need anything fancy. That's not healthy. I'll make it for you. She stared at me. Or rather, at my lips, which were moving as I spoke. Her gaze seemed to have tiny hooks in it. But clueless me was just busy feeling moved. Wow, how could there be such a considerate and caring succubus? It was my own carelessness that had failed to take good care of her, causing her to get sick and feel miserable. A wave of guilt washed over me. I couldn't help but lean over and kiss her on the forehead. A small gesture to express my remorse. Celine's eyelashes trembled, her cheeks flushing red. Her breath hitched. She called my name, her voice strained. Caleb. Just as she was about to lift her arms to embrace me, I, oblivious to the change, had already pulled back. I even tucked her in, feeling sorry for her. I managed to tuck in both her hands, which were just about to rise, and her restless, twitching tail. Worried she might catch a cold, I even warned her with a serious tone. Be good, don't move around. And no kicking off the covers, okay? Seline closed her eyes, a look of complete resignation on her face. After turning off the lights, I lay with my back to Seline. I pulled out my phone and, with a heavy heart, opened the chat with customer service. Hello, I think something's wrong with my succubus. Customer service replied, Sir, if you encounter any basic care issues, you can refer to the succubus care manual. My apologies, I forgot to send you the manual last time. Manual link, I said wistfully. It's fine. I don't think the manual can solve this. I suspect she's sick, and it's something serious. Customer service sounded concerned. Sir, could you please describe the succubus's symptoms in detail? She's always purring, her temperature is very high, and she's always staring at me with a sad look. CS, that's perfectly normal. It means she really enjoys being with you. I was pleasantly surprised. So this is normal? I thought I overworked her with all the chores and made her sick. Customer service was shocked. Housework. Wait, you're making your succubus do housework? I was confused. Is that wrong? Your product page said that succubi are very capable and can bring humans ultimate happiness every day. No wonder your succubus is acting strange. Customer service seemed at a loss for words. Hearing this, I got anxious again. So she is sick, right? Sir, she's not sick. She's just hungry. Hungry? But she eats her meals properly every day. I didn't understand. Customer service had had enough. They sent me a long paragraph. It's not that kind of hunger. She's hungry for a kiss, or for you to do other naughty things with her. After all, succubi aren't meant for housework. They're meant to help humans relieve their desires. In other words, your beautiful succubus is in a state of frantic, desperate craving for your affection. Weary both men, you should get it, right? It's just a case of casting pearls before swine. They even sent me a passive-aggressive smiley face emoji. Lusting after me? Desperate? What the hell? I hurriedly opened the succubus care manual the rep had just sent me and read it carefully. Then, I fell silent. So, succubi weren't meant for housework. That capable didn't mean that kind of capable. I turned my head. The succubus who was supposed to be sleeping with her eyes closed was awake again at some point. She was staring at me mournfully, her pupils now shaped like little hearts. Her tail was brushing against my waist through the blanket, a light, clingy touch. It was so gentle I hadn't even noticed. Seeing me turn, she flinched and quickly hid her tail. But as if she couldn't help it, she rustled closer, calling my name in a strained voice. Her soft voice was like candy laced with strawberries, sweet and sticky. Master, I feel uncomfortable. She had said the same thing a few days ago, calling me master in that same clingy way. But back then, I thought she had a cold and was just being whiny. I had given her a few cups of hot water, a gesture that seemed considerate but was, in reality, completely useless. It had worked, in a way. She didn't purr for the rest of the night, but her face was dark and sullen, like a pouting fox. But now, remembering what customer service had said, I coughed, feeling a pang of guilt. Then I lifted my blanket. Do you want to come sleep under my covers? Seline froze for a second, then licked her lips. Yes,